Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Kill.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Kamara. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start down at NRG Stadium as New England returns to the site of their Super Bowl 51 triumph to take on Houston. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Mitchell Trubisky. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. In our game has been the UCLA man, Josh Rosen, with the strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Let's go! Right there in the middle, 55. Army.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles completes it to Lee. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards. Running with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses.
Keep going right at him. 55. Eat. Here we go. Let's go.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They run it again with Kamara. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Aaron Lynch in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken inside his own 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position.
Tempo. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, dude.
Back to throw. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Miami, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they suffer their fourth loss so far.